What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are doing another speed rebuild on Madden 21, and today we're going to be doing a speed rebuild of the Green Bay Packers, who are going to be giving it one last go, in the real world at least, for the quote-unquote super team, or decent team, obviously top 3, probably top 5 at worst team in the league at this point. Lost, Corey Linsley in the offseason, but got most of everyone back, and of course added back an old familiar face, Randall Cobb. You really do never know, especially if he's healthy, what he is capable of, especially with a guy that he loves to play with and a really talented roster around him. So honestly, the Cobb thing might just be more of like a chemistry thing for Rodgers, but I wouldn't be, super surprised to see him put up something like 700 plus yards on the season, which isn't terrible, obviously. Really what I would see is more depth, and also Amari Rodgers kind of viewed as like the mini Cobb, even though he's kind of like bulkier. But yeah, probably the worst time. Rodgers should have asked for this move years ago. Obviously, the money wasn't right anyways. Cobb is still making quite a bit of money here. But I believe it was like a 6th-round pick trade for Randall Cobb. That's what I did here. As far as offensive line goes, obviously David Bakhtiari will be back at the left tackle spot once we're done. So realistically, right guard, right tackle, maybe center, but really the O-line is what we're going to focus on, as we only will have 5 minutes to work with since it is an 85 overall squad. Cornerback number 2 is something that we probably will look at. Eric Stokes, we have at star, because there's a decent chance he'll have star. Very fast, obviously, could even be faster than that in the game. Preston Smith and Rashawn Gary. Rashawn Gary is probably good enough to start it outside, so Preston may be traded here. Interior of the line, Damon Harrison, I believe, is still on the roster, so we could put him at like the right or left end spot if we have to. But realistically, the Packers don't need a whole lot, but at the same time, I literally never, and I mean never, see them. Well, they do get in there every once in a while, but I barely ever see them, especially for a top 3 team, win the Super Bowl in sim. Of course, regression for Rodgers is probably another big reason. The game is still pretty bad for regression on quarterbacks, but overall, I suppose there's not much more to it than to get into it. And you probably thought, he's going to say it than to do it. Of course, tomorrow will be a stream on twitch.tv/Jeromepkr where we will be doing something. I don't know, something of some sort. Definitely be there, I suppose. And yeah, second channel, maybe there'll be a video today, maybe tomorrow on there. I know I've been lacking a little bit on there, but it be what it be, Just follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. That's all. You'll feel better. Now, the front office of the Green Bay Packers may be scared of Rodgers, and they don't want to upset him, but I don't give a damn. I will trade Randall Cobb if I have to make this thing work. Obviously, could you imagine? But obviously, only 5 minutes to work with. This is going to be a pretty sad time. Let's get that timer going. Only 5 minutes to work with. 3, 2, 1, and go. First position probably should be a middle linebacker. We have Dylan to trade and Jordan Love. And, of course, I suppose one of the wide receivers like Funches, I suppose. Let's look for the best value. Dylan to the Eagles. Brennan Brooks, maybe? Kelsey and Brooks? That'd be too clutch. Okay, yeah, that's... I don't want to get rid of Love because I think Jordan Love is a pretty decent piece. Would that be good enough? Okay, I'll take it. We need a guard pretty badly. A 5th-round pick should be enough. 4th-round pick should be enough. Keep forgetting that these 5th-round picks, basically one over. I sold hard. I keep getting a little excited, and I click it over, and, here we are. There we go, 3rd-round pick. Totally worth it, obviously. We lose a whole minute, though, just trading for one player, which is obviously a bit of an L. Mercedes Lewis. I guess we're not going to be able to do anything with that. Jordan Love. Any value? Come on. Add some value, boys. As we all know that this is, this is the case. Can we go with Xavier Howard, who actually wants to be out? Maybe a 2nd-round pick. What else do they need? They need a guard. They kind of need what we need. But this team could use another corner, obviously. And Xavier Howard, if you didn't know, was a cornerback. So there's that. And a very good value pick there. I wouldn't say good value because we know we could get better players for, well, maybe not better players, but we can get pretty cheap players without having to pay that much. But a new name, you know, someone new for once. Old player coming back to Green Bay, perhaps. Obviously, that's kind of me just pushing this one a little bit, but cornerback. Yeah, these guys clearly are going to be valuable to the Chargers, right? Yeah, that's as expected. Second-round pick for Corey Linsley. We do not have a second-round pick this year anymore. They do not want it. This was not a fun experiment for me. Oh, we got Bulaga. I forgot he's easy to get. Welcome back to Green Bay. We need a wide receiver. Julio Jones is a wide receiver. Once again, a guy that I thought maybe, I know the Packers are broke, but maybe they wanted to give it one last go, that's where they would go. And okay, I didn't know it was going to go straight up like that, but sure, here we are. Stokes, I'll keep anyways. We'll get rid of Preston if we can. Oh, we got some value. Middle linebacker from the Bears. There's that one guy named, what's his name? Roquan? Yeah, that's his name. Ooh, doable. Quarterback, do we still have? No, we got rid of him. Damn it. Right tackle, Billy Turner's not worth much, but maybe worth enough. Do we please tell me we have a third-round pick still? Come on, Chicago. Interdivisional trade. You know you want to help us get better, right? That's not how that goes. Stokes. Really? Smith for Smith? Give us some help here. Chris Barnes, he's actually a really good sim player. This is not going to work. We could go with Hicks, though. Yeah, this is just not going to work. Let's see what we can get for Hicks. Oh, man, this is a sell. 2 minutes left, and we're choking it. Akeem Hicks. Okay, I'm just kind of throwing interest out there now that they probably want it. Yeah, kind of cheese. I remember that he was in the back of my head. A decent trade target. Very easy to get, actually. 1.5 minutes left. Realistically, I should take the little bit of time out to see. Oh, we can get Mosley. Take the little bit of time out to make sure that we're getting rid of all the excess players. There you go. 1 minute left. Let's do that real quick. Randall Cobb, there's an excess player. Mercedes Lewis, probably not worth anything, though. Do the Lions have anything for us? Brockers, there you go. That's an overtrade, but I don't care. Oh, it's not an overtrade. Crap. Brockers would have been a huge piece, too. Oh, no. This is not good. This is a sell. Brockers was supposed to just be like a quick little easy trade. To be fair, we don't actually have that much like left over, so I'm not really that mad about it anyways. Damon Harrison. Back to the Lions. No. I guess to be fair, we don't even really need him. I mean, there's really not much we can do here. We're actually kind of set. We're actually kind of good. 20 seconds left to see if we can make one last trade. Nope. Wide receivers. I actually do want to keep him now. Team that needs a wide receiver. Patriots. Patriots can give us something. Andrews. That's clutch. We got it last second, which I suppose probably was an upgrade because Josh Myers, I think, was a projected starter. Looking like a good overall, I'll tell you what. So we have a little excess in wide receivers, which I know Green Bay would love to have that as a fact, but it's unfortunately not. Yeah, I mean, we did a good job. Everyone's like, oh, shocker. He did a really good job with his Packers team. Wow. Well, I was going to be moving Kenny Clark to right end because I suppose Damon Harrison fits better as the nose tackle. Ugh. That's a bit of a drop-off. Oh, I forgot to trade Preston. But I suppose at the same time, what could we have done better? You know, the special teams around here are pretty solid. Could have got a backup running back, maybe a better tight end, Tanyan and Smith for someone better. I mean, there's really not much you could have done. Maybe Preston for some middle linebacker. I don't know. All right, so overall, we could not get the team to an actual 90. We had to move everyone around, and this is what the roster looks like. Devontae with Julio. Really wanted to get Keenan Allen, but we just didn't have enough time. But, you know, got Cobb still here. Don't get mad at me. O-line, obviously we added 3 names. Bulaga, Brooks, and Andrews. Tanyan could have maybe upgraded, but it is what it is. Middle linebacker Mosley, Barnes, Rashawn Gary, Zadarius Smith. Kept the majority of the linebackers intact. Safeties are exactly the same. We added Xavier Howard, who obviously wants out in real life from the Miami Dolphins. Please don't do that before Madden 22 starts, because I have the Dolphins for the online league. I just know that they won't get good value for him. At best, like a first and a second maybe, which is okay, but it'll probably be from a team that's actually good. Damon Harrison starting DT, Hicks at left end. It's a pretty solid looking squad. All right, it's about to be playoff times. Looked like a pretty decent season, and it was 13-3. Could see it again in real life. Let's take a look at the regular season. Of course, at one point we were 5-0, and then we lost to a Texans team that wasn't obviously doing very well. And we really didn't lose anyone else. Bears, it's a divisional matchup, so you expect to lose a few of those on the year, especially in a division that's actually pretty competitive this year. The Vikings, they're a sneaky sleeper stacked squad. When I was thinking about using them for a franchise going forward, they were like the team I wanted to be. And then when I started thinking about their team even more and more, I was like, you've got some sick players. Irv Smith, obviously maybe not in real life, we'll see, is a top-tier player for Madden. 2 top, maybe 20-ish wide receivers. Kellen Mond will obviously be usable. Kirk Cousins, very serviceable in real life, obviously. And then Dalvin Cook, top 5 running back. You have Daniil Hunter. You've got a lot of really good players over there outside of, maybe the cornerbacks. Not even maybe, definitely the cornerbacks. But the Vikings have a pretty damn good squad, so you should see them compete. The Bears, we'll see when Justin Fields starts, week 4 or 5 probably for them. What he can do. It's not I'm not going to say much about the Lions because they're kind of in rebuild mode with those extra draft picks, but it's a pretty damn good division. And, it's a pretty good, division. Rodgers has another MVP-type season, maybe even 1 MVP. Aaron Jones, decent. Devontae went off. Julio was okay. Tanyan was really good, actually. Cobb was, I would love to see that in real life. It'd be a really good move, and it would really kind of show maybe Rodgers does know a little bit about, assuming they do well, because obviously he could just force it to Cobb all day, and, his numbers will look good, but we lose games, but, prove that he does deserve his input into the decisions a little bit. Of course, sack totals outside of the interior, not super great. The edge did not do well. Stokes with 5 picks, not bad at all. Jair with 4, 3 for Howard, the pickmeister. Crosby was awful. Missed 5 of his 15, or is that 5 of his 14, actually? MVP of the league. And Mr. Aaron Rodgers. Gotta love to see that. I know those are words. A couple of guys in there, and that's pretty much that. Already go to the divisional round. Let's take a look against those Vikings we just talked up really high. 92 overall to their 85. Let's see what we can do. Can we win it all? Probably not. Is that actually what Noah's number was? 46? What the hell? Of course, it's a snowy nighttime game in Green Bay. Oh, I love it. I love it. Rodgers a little iffy in the postseason here. Kirk, I don't even remember anything about his sim stats ever, but 14-3, obviously a very good start. 21-3, 23-3, 23-6. Halftime score of the same. The Vikings are kind of coming back, but that touchdown pass probably is too much for them to come back from, and it is. Packers defense kind of chokes a little bit, but 20 points against the Vikings is not bad, right? To allow 20 points only from the Vikings is pretty good. Rodgers went off with, that's a hell of a performance. Aaron Jones was decent, 1 yard off of 100 though. Julio with 104. Defensively, let's see, 3 sacks for Akeem Hicks, which is really insane actually. Picks, nobody threw a pick, so pretty clean game in the snow already in the championship round, and and I know, unfortunately, as a Packers fan, that this is when we lose. And Devontae has pretty much everything max. Let's go with slot, agility, break, tackle, 5. 5 change of direction, 5 break tackle, 5 spin move. That's a lot. No? Is that glitched? That's pretty big. They put him at 97 change direction. That's got to be the best for wide receivers already. Well, I wouldn't say already, but you know what I mean. Who has higher than that? Maybe Tyreek? If that. Yeah, it jumps him all the way to number 3. That's insane. Goes from not even in the top 10 to number 3 because of 1 upgrade. Of course, going against the Bears now. Division rival matchup series for the postseason here. Can't really ask for much better if you want to do it the right way. And they'd love to talk about those Dolphins probably from our Steelers Superstar series. Maybe check that out, obviously. Will we have another episode tomorrow, I would assume. Yeah, here it is. Justin Fields is starter for the Bears. The AI Bears, they know what they're doing. as Justin Fields almost always does really, really well in our rebuild scenarios. 14-0, really good start. Their offense is struggling, but they finally get points. You know, it's the Packers defense. You're not going to hold up forever or just ever in general. 21-16, this is a close battle. Chicago's looking pretty good. They're actually going to take the lead here. Can Rodgers and company clutch up? They can. Up 5. The Bears will not, though. And I'm going to be honest, a little surprised we won there. We should, but it's still a little surprised. Rodgers did throw a pick. Fields with 2. Rushing was awful for us. Receiving Devontae Adams went absolutely off. As far as defensively, 2 sacks for Mack, 2 for Clark, 1 for Mosley, 1 for Golden, 1 for Roquan, 1 for Gary. I think literally even for sack numbers. Jalen Johnson got a pick. Zedarius with a pick. Chris Barnes with a pick. Guys that you just don't expect to get interceptions did. Clutching up, sending Green Bay back to the Super Bowl in the first time in like over a decade. And I clicked, I don't know why, but my brain was just like, go in, no one will care. I just clicked it, and now we're against the Ravens. Good weather, nighttime game in Tampa. Let's see it. Ravens versus the Packers. 2 teams that haven't really won it in a little while. A little while. Not super long, but a little while. As this really good first quarter, guys. I mean, just keep giving everyone a show here, as this score is going to be 3-0 at halftime. Oh, there we go. A little bit of scoring. Second half is starting to open up a little bit. 10-all. 17-10. Can we see an overtime game? We cannot, as it may not have been exciting, but it's another successful speed rebuild, as we now win back-to-back, I believe. Did we actually just do the Bears? I can't remember. Let me take a look. It was the Bears. So we went from the Bears winning the Super Bowl to the Packers winning the Super Bowl. I don't know if we have the Lions or Vikings anytime soon, but maybe we do them next. I don't know. But obviously, we're Madden 22 is getting close. It's getting close. So obviously, we're kind of nearing the end of these types of videos. Do we even do speed rebuilds next year? I don't know. And if we do, it'll probably be kind of late again, where we do them more towards the end of the cycle, just because then we'll have the updated rosters. But not everyone has that's a really great MVP performance there. Not everyone has roster improvements that are worthy of a full rebuild, or enough changes for a full rebuild, obviously. But that's why we have these speed rebuilds. The Packers, there were some changes, and there was really big changes kind of on the horizon, potentially, with Rodgers maybe being traded or just retiring. But of course, we all know the truth now, or the reality of it now. But yeah, these are the reasons why we do these speed rebuilds. So we'll probably have them back next year, but unlikely to be kind of early in the year. So just expect the regular stuff. Maybe more actual fantasy rebuilds, kind of see how good of a team we can make over the years, as Lamar Jackson and Rodgers really did not do well. Aaron Jones was decent. Tanyan was pretty solid. Cobb put his numbers in. Jones finally gets a ring. Sack totals for Clark and Smith. Kicking, perfect. I mean, it was just, it wasn't like a sloppy game. It just wasn't a very, good performance. Nobody really put up crazy numbers. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll show you guys we didn't force any wins. I do technically have a reason to want us to win, I suppose, kind of. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much that. If you guys have a suggestion for a team next for a speed rebuild, let me know in the comment section below. If there's any parameter rebuilds you want to see, parameter speed rebuilds you want to see, an experiment in general. I know somebody was suggesting, all the best players from one college going onto a team and all that. Could definitely do stuff like that. Let me know in the comment section below. Of course, I'm looking for ideas, especially this late into the Madden cycle, but I don't want to, just stop uploading until 22 comes out. So appreciate you guys a ton for still watching and still putting up with me during this quote-unquote dead season. I know we've been posting a lot of the ratings for Madden 22. You guys seem to think they're all right. It's kind of fun to look at and react to and talk about. But that's pretty much it. Once again, if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe. It means a ton, really does. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays, and then twitch.tv/Jeromepkr. Once again, for a stream tomorrow around 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Maybe earlier. We'll see. But that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video,